I'm digging out the information for this film. Thought you might like to come along. It's a great way to get to know cars because you see things that you just can't measure or read about in an ad. Let me give you an example. These are my notes on the Chrysler Newport compared with cars in the same price class, Buick LeSabre and the Olds 88. Now, we can't just say we like the styling or we don't. We have to find a difference. A good place to start is the grille. Tells you a lot about a car. For example, Chrysler's grille is cast bright metal. Compare that to the Olds 88. It's plastic, lacks the sparkle and shine. Or here, notice how we surround the headlamps in chrome. It's very tasteful. Competition uses less chrome, splits it. It loses the massive effect. And here's another difference clue. See how our impact-absorbing bumper is integrated into the style of the car. Not as true in the competition. That's a bigger difference than you might guess. The reason we could integrate our bumpers is because this is a completely new body for 74. It means with Chrysler, you've got fresh, new things going for you, particularly on the inside. That's one of the things. A quiet ride for 74. New glass seals, insulation, and design combined to lower the noise level. But here, step inside. Let me read some of the differences I jotted down. Trip odometer helps you figure distance and fuel consumption fast. Standard on our car, optional on Buick and Olds. Your Chrysler comes equipped with 3 important gauges: temperature, alternator, and gasoline. You only get a gas gauge on Olds and Buick. Here's a light-emitting diode, good for some 50 years, and an important part of our optional gauge warning system. We use them to warn you of low fuel, high engine temperature, or when the electrical system isn't putting out the voltage it should. An optional indicator tells you when your washer fluid is getting low, or when your doors aren't closed tightly. Chrysler's increased glass area gives you plenty of information on what's happening outside. For example, I'm average height, and I can see all 4 fenders from the driver's seat. I can't see the rear fenders from the driver's seat in Buick. Makes parking a hit-or-miss proposition. This new option is a great convenience. A remote-controlled right-hand mirror tells you what's happening on the inside traffic lane. Vent windows are available on all 4-door Chryslers, but not on any Buick or Olds. If you like to feel the sun in your face, you'll have to choose a Chrysler over Buick and Olds. They don't offer a sunroof on the LeSabre or Delta 88. And if you like to set your own temperature automatically, you'll like our automatic temperature control. It's improved in 74. Gives you vastly improved airflow over 73. There are 6 controlled outlets on the instrument panel. You also get 2 lap outlets, and beneath them, doors for controlling airflow to the feet. That's 10 controls compared to 6 for Buick and Olds. Here are some features that are pretty tough to compare. For example, our designers set out to make maintenance an easy job, so they designed an easy access instrument panel. All instruments and controls are quickly and easily serviced from the front or top. It'd save you money and labor costs if anything went wrong. Same idea with our fuse box. Makes checking circuits and replacing a fuse a breeze. Not quite as easy in the GM cars. Ever try to dig change out of your pocket for a toll when your seatbelts are fastened? Well, we put a coin holder in the glove box, so you won't have a problem. No matter which interior color you order, the seatbelts will match. They're color keyed. You have to pay extra for matching belts on the competition. Chrysler Newport also offers you a choice of 3 different interiors. The standard cloth and vinyl bench in 5 colors, an optional cloth and vinyl, and a long-wearing all-vinyl bench seat in 6 colors. Buick and Olds offers only 2 seats with just 3 color choices. Of course, when you choose your interior, you'll be looking at our color and trim selector book. No matter which Chrysler you choose, the New Yorker Brougham with its cloth and vinyl 3-in-1 divided bench seat, or optional all-vinyl seat, or our Newport Custom, you'll find a large selection of luxurious trims and attractive seat styles in the colors that best match your car. Here's another improvement for easy maintenance. We've made our engine more accessible. We moved the front wheels farther apart to help give us more clearance on the side of the engine. And a major difference, our electronic ignition, standard on every Chrysler engine we build in North America, costs $77 extra on Buick and Olds. And Olds offers it only on their largest engine. It saves the money spent on the points in a mechanical ignition system, which wear out from metal to metal contact, and the rubbing block wears down, changing the gap and timing. In electronic ignition, this reluctor is the only moving part. No metal to metal contact, no friction, no sparks. And here's what that means to you. If you followed the recommended maintenance schedule, at the end of 24,000 miles, you'll have spent $26.80 in spark plugs and ignition timing adjustments. The Buick and Olds owner will have spent $114.54 on his standard ignition, replacing points, condenser, spark plugs, and timing the ignition. They recommend replacing spark plugs every 6,000 miles when you use leaded fuel. We think our Torque Flight automatic transmission is the best in the industry. Here's how much you pay in recommended maintenance under normal driving conditions. Both Olds and Buick recommend service that might cost you $12 to $20 every time the transmission is serviced. Another major difference, we fuse all body panels and structural members behind the firewall into a solid unibody with more than 4,000 welds. A typical body and frame car is built like this. Body and frame are built separately, then fastened together with a few bolts. These bolts. And now that we've removed them, you can see what we mean by separate body and frame. Those orange rings show where the bolts go. Compare the spaces between them with the spacing of these orange-painted unibody welds. The ride? Well, like styling, that's another subjective thing. I can only tell you my own seat of the pants evaluation. The Chrysler felt a little firmer than the Olds or Buick, not quite as soft. The handling felt firmer. One of the reasons for this is our suspension system. We use torsion bars in front and leaf springs in back. Olds and Buick use coil springs. I like the difference. We use a flexible stainless steel antenna. Olds and Buick put their antenna in the windshield. We don't feel it gives you the reception you need, especially with AM. If you want better reception on Olds or Buick, you have to order an outside power antenna as an option. Now, here's an option we offer that isn't available in the competition. It's a factory-installed electronic security alarm system. Once you've locked the doors, if anyone tampers with the doors, hood, trunk, or ignition, because the system is factory installed, it can be much more sophisticated than add-on types. Thieves hate it. Well, those are some of the things I've found that make Chrysler different, like the way we build our bodies, our suspension system, and our electronic ignition is standard. Some nice touches like the coin holder in the glove box, the wider choice of interiors and options, like the sunroof, and finally, the style, the newest style in the industry. Extra care in engineering. It makes a difference.